What's up, you guys? We're gonna do truck backing on American Truck Simulator. I'm gonna do a demo of one first, and then I'm gonna have Bradley do another round, and I'll coach him on what he's doing wrong. If you guys don't have this game, it's actually a really good way to practice. If you're, let's say, if you're wanting to get into trucking, um, it's not super realistic, but it is realistic enough. The physics on it is pretty good. So if you want to, yeah, if you can do good with truck backings on American Truck Simulator, you'll do better with truck backings in the real world as well. So we're at a customer in Bakersfield right now, off of 7th Standard Road. We're gonna check in here in a second and do a backing, and after we get done with this one, we'll have Bradley do one. Another job, and all right, let's stop right here on this first choo-choo train. Okay. He's gonna hit the where do you need it, get an extra 90 experience points. Okay, it looks like straight ahead, and looks like I got a point to the north. Okay, I can see it. It's on the other side of the shag truck. Alright, let's put four ways on. At least I thought that was where I saw it. No? Oh, I must... Wait. Oh, I see it behind me, but... Where am I at relation? Change my view. No, I need the exterior view.
Okay.
I can see it over there in the right rear view mirror, but I'm trying to get an idea of my orientation. I'm gonna get out and look here. It's back here behind me.
Oh yes, right there.
Okay, so the shag truck is in the way. So, alright, what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go hard left and forward. I need to get the trailer pointed in that direction. Okay, steer straight, and then... Oh, no wonder. I'm on the railroad tracks. Okay, now we will reverse. Go ahead and change my view. I need to see the target. Go up higher. Okay, now my drives I need to see higher. Oh, never mind. Come down. Alright, right there. Okay, I need my drives to go more to the right, so I'm steering right. Now we're gonna steer straight. I got the off track I want. Just let the trailer do its own work there. Okay, I'm gonna correct it just a little bit more. I need to mostly go straight back right now, so I don't want much off track at all here. Once I get the trailer clear of that other trailer. Okay, now this is where I'm making a lot of smaller adjustments here. I'm gonna probably, that's really close there, but alright, tandems are clear of that one. Alright, so see, now I'm steering straight. Just get the drive tires in the center. And, alright. Now steer hard left. And that's it. Alright, so we'll finish this task up here, and then we'll get him on another one, and I'll do some coaching with him on how to do this, or whatever mistakes he's making, alright? Alright guys, we are back with Bradley. Let's see how he does here. He's going to come into this lot here, and if he ever just starts to get moving, come into this lot here, and then got a shorter trailer with one axle, so it's one of these ones where the trailer can get away from you pretty quickly if you have bad steering habits.
Okay, click here. Right there. It's not too far.
Okay, yeah, it didn't give a good look at the orientation it wants it in though.
Yes.
Like you have to go around that thing.
Yep. Have to go around.
Okay, it looks like a regular docking here. Pretty tight. So let's see what he does on his own. I will let you know at the end what kind of mistakes I think he makes, if any. Oh, yeah. So he's gonna have to do a blindside basically. What I like to call a U-turn into a blindside.
Have to. Sure. Straight. Is that good? Straight. Yep.
I wouldn't go straight, but it's alright. Right now I'm just gonna watch what you do and then I'll critique what you did afterwards.
Fine. And straight.
He's looking pretty good so far. He's doing some alternating between steering straight and making adjustments as needed. Actually, it looks really good so far. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, that's the problem with changing the camera angle, because it's hard to tell if you're off tracking or if you're squared up with the trailer. Okay, the trailer is kind of where it needs to be, but the tractor's not. Off track. Okay, so again, the short trailer, it'll punish you very quickly for steering mistakes. So it doesn't take much at all for it just to be slightly off track to very largely off track, just the slightest mistake with the steering. The 53-foot trailer, you won't. It's a lot more forgiving than a pup trailer like this one. Looks good though. Otherwise. All right, guys. So let's critique now everything else. I kind of hope did some critique on the way in there, but there's some other little finer details I'm going to give you here that might be helpful to watch for when you're doing your own backings. Okay, once you select that right there tells you how where it needs to be and how it's oriented.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get to where the setup part is now. Now I mentioned to him offline. Normally, if I'm wanting to set up for like this, I usually want to go where I'm when my hood mirrors get one full spot past the desired spot. In this situation here, it's not possible though. Otherwise, you'll be running into the dumpsters over there. The other thing, I would still normally want to go further down that way before starting my turn. However, we know there's that drop trailer on the end of the lot here, and with it where it's at, I wasn't too certain that he was going to be able to clear it if he went all the way to the end. So, the fact I actually liked where he started his turn from with what space he had to work with. See. Now he had overrun space. He was going to need to get the trailer pointing in the general direction of the spot. So this part all looks good here. Keeps from jackknifing the trailer as well. Now, somewhere around there is where I would have been stopping. You can see the trailer off tracking to the right, not too heavily, but it is off tracking. It's generally pointing in the direction of where we want it to be. That's all good. Okay, the fact he straightened out some though. Now we do have a little bit of off track there. That's good there. Yeah, like I said, I might have started. I would have probably stopped a little sooner, but this works. This is just fine. Okay, he starts out. Actually, it looks very good there. He steered a little bit left, coming back to get the drive tires to move left. Now, I always teach this with the front of the trailer. That is also where the drive tires are at. So, if you want the drive tires to move tractor left, then steer left. If you need the drive tires to move tractor right, then steer right. I like to think in that term because the back of the trailer is more resistant to reacting to your inputs than the drive tires are. Drive tires will move a lot more quickly. And if you think of what angle you're trying to get the trailer to point in first, and then what kind of off track you need between the tractor and the trailer to get the trailer to rotate or continue to rotate, this will all be important information for you to pay attention to. Okay, so right now he's just letting the trailer do its own work. See how it's building up more and more rotation on its own. Okay, this is a pup trailer, so with such a short dimension there between the kingpin and that trailer axle, it'll start running away a lot more quickly than a 53 footer will. Like if you have that kind of off track with a 53, it's going to take a lot longer for it to start getting this kind of building up its own off track like that. Okay, he's going to be steering. Yeah, see, he's steering to the right to correct. He's making really nice adjustments here, by the way. I like it a lot. Yeah, for a bit there, I thought he was actually gonna just get it right in there without any pull-ups. Now, why he needed to pull up though? There are a couple of issues here. Part of it was gameplay. All right, at this point, he should have been squaring up with the trailer or pretty close to it. Again, the drive tires. Well, okay. First, let's look at the trailer tires first. The trailer tires look like they're centered in the spot, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
What about the drive tires? Do they look like they're centered, or do they look like they're to the left of the spot, the tractor left, or tractor right of the spot?
Sounds like tractor right.
I would say more tractor left, if anything. Okay. Well, actually, it looks pretty well squared up. So now at this point, your steer tires should also be squared up, but they're not. And now right there, you see the trailer looks really good actually. Problem is the tractor's not, because your steer tires are too far off to the right of the spot. They need to come over this way more. So you need to steer right to get the steer tires to go left. Just remember, when you're steering, whatever the drive tires need to do, steer the same direction. And whatever the steer tires or the back of the trailer needs to do, steer the opposite direction. He needs the steer tires to go more left, so he needs to steer right to square up, but he didn't. So that's why you got this result that you got, where the trailer started to run off to the right. Now, I think, there was a lot going on here. You're playing with the camera angles too in the game. That might have factored in. In the real world, he probably would have been using all of his mirrors to see if he could see down both sides of the trailer. But gameplay, it's maybe a little bit different there. Now see, the fact that he wasn't adjusting right away, correcting, so this is a good spot here. The trailer tires are right where he likes them to be, but the drive tires are too much to the tractor left. They need to go tractor right. So by this point, should have been steering more right and a little more hard right, because you're running out of space to work with there. Okay, you got this. Yeah, that was a good hard right. Now, ideally, just keep coming straight back until just go steer straight coming back. But maybe did you run into the dock there, or is that why you decided to change and go forward, or
Um, no.
okay, so you had room to work with?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the other thing. If you could have possibly gotten it in there without that pull up, then if that was the case, you just steer straight, come back to your drive tires are squared up in the center of that spot, and then steer left to get the steer tires into the center of the spot. You might have had it, but I don't know how much room you really had to work with there before you were going to bump the dock anyway. So maybe you would have been able to, maybe not. I don't know. But otherwise, right here actually looks like a good correction to me. There was a serpentine there. You steered to the right going forward, and then you steered back to the left to square back up in the trailer. That was good. Good job. Now just come straight back. Okay, now your steering is, I don't know if that's going to help it. Well, yeah, again, trailer tires are centered in the spot. The tractor tires are off to the tractor left as far as the center of the spot's concerned. So you need to make that correction again. Need to steer right again to see, and it's starting to run away from you again. So that's why you had to do that pull up again. It's just a little bit late now. If this were a 53 footer, I don't know. Maybe you would have had a chance to chase it down a little more easily. But then again, you had less room to work with the 53. This is a pup trailer, so again, just any stupid little mistake the pup trailer is gonna punish you more quickly than a 53 will, right? So, but otherwise, I see a lot of good things going on here, though. Yeah, not steering too hard. This is good. You weren't steering too heavily to the right. You were just putting some right in, but not an excessive amount in. And your drive tires are starting to square up right in the center of the spot. And now I'm already seeing a left steer input to get the steer tires squared up in the spot. That all looks really good. Good job overall. Nice job. Well, that's going to wrap up this demo. We'll probably do another one maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. Sometime this weekend we should do another one and maybe put this on your channel or whatever. So show your progress on it, and always get some good backing tips and stuff. It's hard to do in the real world trucking. When you're new to it, and but like I said, if you practice, on the game, if you use the same fundamentals on the game that you use in a real truck, you'll do both. You'll do well on both, actually. So. Yeah, the game, American Truck Simulator is a really good way to practice real world trucking. I'll tell you that from personal experience, right? You saw that. All right. You guys all have a great night or day, whatever. Appreciate you guys watching. See ya.